Okay, in this video we're going to be painting another figure from Malix 3D Design, and you might have guessed it, to celebrate Deadpool, we're going to be printing this awesome Deadpool statue. He just does a fantastic job. Love this stuff. So I haven't been doing figures, and I just started getting into it with Thanos. So yeah, this is what we're going to be printing today. If you're looking to get any figures, just head over to his site. This isn't a paid endorsement or anything. I'm just digging these figures. Tons of different figures here. Next one up that we're going to be doing on the channel is going to be, if I can find it, Black Panther. We're going to be doing this one because my son really wants this for his room, and that's going to be the next one. But today we're going to be doing Deadpool. All right, so here we go. Another figure. Now, I already gave Deadpool a base. It's very glossy, so we'll definitely be knocking this all back with a matte clear coat. So now I'm going to go ahead and doing the fun job of taping. Now, yeah, sometimes I go ahead and use the brush. Sometimes I like to tape and spray paint, especially if it's a big area. So for here, yeah, we're going to just tape that up and use my patent pending plastic bag method. So of course, you know, if anyone wants to use this, you've got to, well, do nothing, because I'm kidding. Obviously, it's not patent pending. But not fun. My son would say, "Not funny, Dad." And there we go. So that was all set. We went and painted it out back. Again, there is no we, there is just I. I am trying to break myself of the habit of saying we. I do not know why I do it. Now we're using a nice little brush here. These are just cheapy little brushes. Everything that I use colors-wise and whatnot will be over at 3dprintedpropsecure.com. And now we're just going to go ahead and add the black details. Now, this isn't, you know, exactly like the movie one or like the comic one. It's pretty darn close, obviously. But there's some things that are a little bit different here and there. And again, I like that because, again, I read comics. So the characters' costumes are the same usually, but there's always a little things that are a little different. So I'm just going to go through here and give everything all the little details and do the best I can. Again, this isn't going to be like brand new looking. It's there's going to be little paint marks and things, and that's the fun part about it. Now I'm going through and using another red color that I mixed up, because that's from the spray can, to catch all the little mistakes I made. And here we go. Nice eye. Get in there close and blur the camera. But boy, that was a tight one. That's a tiny, tiny brush with a little bit of white on it. And oh, I thought I was going to ruin that one, but it's looking pretty sharp. Hi, I'm Deadpool. So there we go. We've got him mostly painted up. There's a few little mistakes I need to clean up, which is funny because this is what we're going to do to him next. Why did I bother doing all that cleanup when I'm just going to brown it up, when I'm going to put on a whole bunch of black paint and brown paint to make him look dirty? Because that's what Deadpool does. He looks all gritty and stuff. Now I know what you're saying. Wow, that is one silver gun. It won't be when I'm done with it. I'm going to obviously weather it. And so when you're doing this, you really want to find that mixture of water to paint so you can get some grime on there. And then you're going to go back almost with like a dry brush, or even like I'm using here a paper towel, and getting a little bit of paint on it and just sort of dabbing it around. And again, you want to make this look, you know, not like a pattern, or not like you put it there. You want it to make it look like he got it from moving around. So where are you going to find things? You're going to find dirt in the seams. You're going to find dirt by his shoes. It's going to be darker maybe up by his arms and stuff, his chest. You're going to look for where you think it's should be dirty, because dirt would collect there, creases in the costume. All the little sort of textured parts, since it's a texture, it probably picks up some more dirt. So there we go. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks pretty neat. I love when you can just make a character look dirty like this. A lot different than Thanos. Okay, now I went ahead and I had painted the blanket purple, because it's like a royal color. And we're going to have some coffee. And what I used for the glove was that Rust-Oleum hammered metal look. So it's got this neat hammered metal look. Now looking at it, I'm not happy with the base. It's too gray with the silver, so I'm going to go ahead and repaint that. And, if you look at these blankets, there's really three there. There's this one, I think, there's this one on top here, this thin one. There's the one you can see in the bottom left-hand corner that has a different texture to it, so it's definitely a different one. So I painted that like a purple color, a dark purple. And I made this one kind of like a bluish purple to sort of contrast with his red suit. Now here we go. Like I said, patent pending method, use the bag to paint that like a satin black. And now I'm using Rub and Buff, and this is really awesome stuff. It coats like nobody business. You need tiny, tiny bits of it. So what I did was I just put a little bit on a paper towel. I mean, literally a little bit. And I'm just brushing it over the corners and edges to make it look like those are they're worn. And then I'm putting a little bit here and there on the bricks themselves. This stuff goes a long way. So just, you do not need a lot. And I just like how those look worn. They look scuffed up. They look a little shiny there. And again, everything will be over at 3D printed props gear.com. Now, of course, we get to do some weathering here. And again, it's the same thing. Where is it going to be grimier? In the cracks and crevices. And this glove was really fun. I literally just painted this thing black. Different, more paint sometimes in water. Brushed a little bit off, put a little bit on. And really, really went to town. Now, same thing like with the bricks. I've got a little bit of the Rub and Buff. And I'm using it to hit the corners and edges to make them sort of shine back up. And you can see how they're now like brighter on the edges and corners, like it was worn a little bit. And that helps just sort of, again, you're adding contrast, and contrast adds depth. And it looks really cool because it looks like this worn metal, like something was rubbing there, so it's shinier. And of course, we've got to make this look dirty because this was a battle. And there we go. I actually added a little bit of orangey browns, some burnt umber and things like that to look like rust. And there you have it. Super happy with this model. The pose is awesome. What he's sitting on, it is just so cool. I am I'm really excited about this one, and to see the movie maybe this weekend. I'm not sure. So you can see how that looks like rust right there. Again, those guys over at the site there, Malix 3D Design, knocked it out of the park again. Fantastic. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and of course hit the little bell to know when a new video comes out. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and that's all under 3D Printed Props. And of course, go over to Patreon if you're looking for any of the 3D models I make, and also sort of behind the scene things and little things that I'm working on. When I'm doing something that I don't have time to put the whole video up, I'm doing little shorts over there. And of course, any of the files that you might be looking for. Some of the files coming up are going to be Rust Lord's belt buckle, the sawtooth axe, things like that. So head over there. It's $1. It helps the channel out, and really appreciate it. So take it easy, guys. Remember to go to 3dprintedpropsgear.com for all the stuff used in the build, and have a great day. Thank you.